and almost a shafa. Young fair Juman man or grant interview.
Okay.
Okay, any interview.
Yeah, make I promise.
I must say, Yanina Kwaku interview. I'm more Babaki can SMT, Omo in a free. And no, na Omokofa Utuado.
I didn't buy.
I do Tuado buy. No, ma sati who will be our own qualify to lead Blasters head coach. Yeah, technical director. Into your bar.
Technical director role of the GF is well soon.
Yes. Your bar, you share the role of government our Blasters. FFO radio, ye jeja mama. Almost I didn't go sebe bregana. Because my appointment na enkoye enyo enye nti solo ebehwe ho asem na yaka.
Okay.
Ena we ye mane nkoye Christian die ni bi. Se aban a ono ene bo coach se bo national team no hoka. Si coach we ne ye pen ne de ne ba na for mo sabotage no. Empese obetimi aye adwuma. Die obeba no solo ye hwe na se ne modern bo ni CV ne ekura no. This effort so coach Blasters na esi ebo ni chidom. Na okobo no homoden ewo the 2026 World Cup enche because say World Cup na ka say 2 or 3 months.
3 months.
3 months.
10 weeks into no. 3 months.
Okay.
3 months visa.
Okay. Na ehwe ho nsem.
Yeah.
Inti danger. Ye ko na yaba eneso na Democracy Cup. Launching course. Na onim say afidie no. Mbafo kotokone has biemu.
Aye.
So what is kotokone has biemu?
Kotokone has biemu.
The winner no edinani ebekire United Kingdom
UK
na omone Sunderland ede akwakosi ani we die nze na enche bia and the Speaker of Parliament and some members of Select Committee of Sports ewo ye Parliament omukọ UK and the Sunderland penifo ekokudidi nkomo asese bibia de dem enkonkoye ba konidi ni bia afi kuduru a player bi and number bu US ani a friends be shejesi afi de ese ball no kura nya kotokofo na ebo afi de ese select side e bi empesa de ni bi
na omo so omko so no so yifum
Sudan fo no Sudan fo na yifum nti empese bi ebesi biem nti eno so wa ha ai bedi ho enkomo former vice president edema the Ghana Football Association Ura George Kwesi Afriye onso anopai oni edi nkomo edi nsem tudwa efa otoado eye pamo aya pamo no ena Ura Kofi Idi Adams ono ena eda eye Sports and Recreation Ministry no on eda no isi odnanu di sim nyina odi bewura eye Jubilee House say Jubilee House na ne frɛ no anaya sesa no
ya bi no amunya
sesa no na afi nsɛm wɔ hɔ no ɔde atodwa saa so na anwumwe ɛyɛ Rene Hidink a ɔde has ɛkɔ FIFA ɛsa de has egina court no ɛyɛ ne lawyer a ne dia de John Wayne ɔno so ɛde nsɛm bi atodwa ani nyina wɔ ha yɛbɛdi hu nkɔmɔ ne de aka abafo yɛde ɛbɛtu edwa na mepacho nansi na mete se kotoko afa new omafa the assistant team manager mboa
yeah teacher Boating
assistant team manager
yes
okay
but next season we be the main
na se oye the main na enye ya na
there be say is you understudy till the end of the season
understudy when
enye Amos ko so onkoi
no
Amos be yes oko
oh him
o mi busa
na hu ni da ben
mi nim so kwa na so da so wa ha
solo
kata
ofelare
opeso opulu ye na ye kan bi wo
ofelare solo ofelare
Amos ne bo season kam ye wie na kwai na visa ada man 2 months ana
amoa
America visa na okoi
na unu be ofai
okọ Blasters game
oh Germany we have to be connected
say
Blasters ire de onim microphone be bro my on be connected
on dem dey connected to US
Sasu Kobio
ya ni Sasu dan kwa
oh nya we
Sasu dan kwa
ada wan crowd
me crowd wan crowd
na wa crowd
me kura da
I'm saying that's what
I don't join visa I'm needing komo ka chem so there bibi ani or you me fly
but omo yi fun so omo yi fun ye
o minim bi mo itinerary nyina
enye fun nyina na ye fun papa to omo yi fun ye ma memfa enedwumadie no opanyini ya wapia ewo United States of America o New York Bronx na wo bafo be busumini wo ha na opanyini ya wapia Sunday pictures bi breme na mehu
opanyini ya wapia
yes ya wapia mehu pictures me yam sheme unse oye driver ni wa America o ma da raise se siasia ba US obetwika no anoka say one of the best business ma foreigner e wa America e driving na abafo he ne car no accident a wonya ya otimi survival ya na enya accident kitwa awie no de abase say ya discharging from hospital last Friday and you know edni free hospital nti asida ene de emenyame oyobi a on fire sports no eni agro anopo awio enwumre o bia okan ho ene one edi adwuma nti ya wapia ewo the United States of America New York Bronx asida ene de menyame se nei mokoda ya sabia yayum asese de watimi abafie tisolo
boss
fire kwa manone na odi ekowia ye ba ene ebegina Black Stars ene coaching sensem no type of coach bay and afu say after the sacking of Otuado ye fana obetimi aboa eye Black Stars ewo the 2026 World Cup usu betimi do contribution aba coach bay na wogitumi ye say ana say coach no ebi ase ye nya coach a wotise say owo so the mention no and obetimi aboa Black Stars wo din kura betimi di aba
boss about unim say technical team numbers ne betimi increase
technical team bay
Black Stars there no
o dey train
unim say numbers ne betimi increase
me say train solo asa wo pro hododo train
is a coach bi obebe bia onipa ba akomienu bi o kan
na me say train o dey train e hwede bisi train e hwede bisi
one every
another
World Cup adu na say no to ado na de on buy e o mo ankrofo no
me say train na ye hwede bisi enti ba bia wo bia no so betimi de o de aba ewo 0241915555 0241915555 and also the Oyerepa Radio on Facebook and also Oyerepa Radio on YouTube. Yebejo so na yakenkan ede amount. Yesa damasi biem so do afidie ato Oyerepa 100.7 live on your TV. Oyerepa TV and afi Facebook Oyerepa Radio o search ya ubenya what ba for wa enka. So lo from on ne ba obete Alhassan Said Zakito and afi say Obed obeto munka ewo dwumadie so nti solo
boss
they do there fire call nkofo nkuru so
deserve the announcement number
free say the official
1 hour ago
wow it's Friday on my protest no
fans in the end o mugina mu bibianse sign
12 million pounds a season
and oje
yes
ebi o mu
12 million pounds na enra onya adaje ne Alessandro Nesta
yeah
Ishia sen come kind of backroom staff no next time confirm
e ba story no wo na omugusu edi nkomo say next time so no so culture B right Serie B right say for sinoni culture
yeah
no wo ono so e consider
wakochi Syria e wo Syria mo so dawo so no kochi Monza
okay
ti
Monza
abrabo mu nsensem ba bia next abobo aduri na udize bi ufa no so my assistant
but on say e o mo ka say ball no mo yire o mo boy pa no a lot of them went me anye great coaches
so say o he Tottenham team na o defense ne nye Nesta ba obetin atretre omo I say e nkofo ni mi no Van de Ven no na Christian Romero mu ye stubborn
ba coach ba say ya mo amone o mo agba awie no mo afa mu hu adi o because e den o mama an opportunity and almost survival relegation so and so more bonus bia omode be ma no long term contract 5
years 5 years Tottenham for no almost ka o mu shiska
siska o
maybe o mo no sika dwo so yankwai na solo fade aka ne to aso
yes enti deserving common no and ye di ede amamono a 5-year contract and a Spurs announces say was signed at the ama Bobo Kona a free neko Roberto Di Zerbi and the new head coach at the Spurs omum e Bobo Kono na statement as Spurs and the Bayano one say we are pleased to announce the appointment of Roberto Di Zerbi as our new men's head coach on a long-term contract subject to work permit. Now say a statement as Spurs one more at the above and the area one eye go announcement and also etuming ebaya orano ebedi juma Ediama Spurs Bobo Kono na yedika sate ho Ediama sa Alessandro Nesto Nesta coacher Orani ni din komo senka assistant coach Rono omrana omegina fe backroom staff no so eme join no mo Spurs Bobo Kono niema enkoye emfa emo ofanum at a table so Edema Nesta Oguswa consideration enso ho eno enkomo no eba ewo Nesta Bobo Kono asye Romelu Lukaku eni Napoli bese enaka kra no mote ado amoma so na Lukaku remo of Belgium national team or rejoy or see one to me and say I will burn a Napoli so any bra na be training rehab na ye wa hanum se na be ahuntoa yadu be sia kan efi ayeta eya Lukaku eremu national team na so ye e be sia na Napoli atwena enya dia waba esama Napoli wo madwa omo echemu a wo mo ebe chesom the disciplinary action ebe to agent amo round time bi oba be dubia no eya dia omo so ebe display no na omo pese wo mo yini free squad nim kra for the remaining matches of the Italian Serie A and so el honman no Lukaku ni Napoli ntokwa kakra eno so eba ewo dwumadie no so Marco Cucurella wedding komopi na Cucurella se nyamianum nukreni ada omotin se Enzo Maresca ya sakeno no was nya big impact our players no eso no so no personally obusana and can obeka chooses hard decision no nenye decision eboa players no na o se eya na through time bia was our season e kwa we na one make sa change no nyina ne se baabia no ma do season nim no ene kwanya na Maresca e fa som twani o mo jombo matches no na understanding it telepathy no hono no on there wagidie se Maresca koya no na enya ne kwan so no wie no se ade no ho no mo crap players no Chelsea policy so be sign young players na dia wo manager o no se na no ni PSG bono o he game na nkomu ye experienced players was some level no one bet me match PSG but na se Chelsea team na jija enkwada no edoso enso mo se account bi and na PSG atwi agent my fa mo so no Marco Cucurella ne nsemo wo de etudwa Darwin Nunes agent yenya ntie eso no so ram Turin and Juventus according koma said there bibia chese Juve wom interest almost so ye Darwin Nunes mono wom any agent trading common afa wom ahani mu se player no wom be fa no edna free Al Hilal na waba abesi akan eduama Juve next summer eno so nkoma eba Anthony Martial otene nkache akwada eba man you yeso Ballon d'Or krobeji bi the Ballon d'Or clause ne contractor in AS Monaco ni Man United ye na ese mo den edi Martial de tieni eso siakan edi Masia Monterrey ewo oman ni din enso de Mexico na yesi na no weekend omo bobo na chese yabo bese 74 minutes na Martial te bench na coach you change I say akwada bi te bench omni Shivas de Guadalajara ebo na 3-0 na chese CM Monterrey omo da for mo pre na yese Martial nim so ye de ne bebem na nka bese 26 minutes akwa be bobia coach no ekwafa player for de ne ba ma yeso dwa o bench no ma chese ototo ne nsake kansem che coaches no e bench no ma yese Mexican club no se de omo ye and say woman abanishe Anthony Marshall from our training. Any matches say Dio Mani Mamu Chemo and disciplinary action. One might take care of the player and in say Nano or Daniel Mosem and a day actually. CM Monterrey, one them paying for, and so our Mexico, I know. A free boy no na so ye ba ye den mamo ewo tumade ne so na anwumre ma menka wo se na matches ahodo ototwa ewo World Cup qualifying ni mu na de tianie wura ma wo Europe e dika bobo so e de amana baby attention dodo na wo Italy any Bosnia Herzegovina wo mu game eno ebetotwa na boss game no enchana asase na yensaka probables no se bibia sesa Italy one coach and dinde Gennaro Gattuso obeko with a 3-5-2 formation. Gianluigi Donnarumma be goalkeeper, Gianluca Mancini ebewo echiro, Alejandro Bastoni ebebo, Riccardo Calafiori ebebo, Enfifino Matteo Politano obehuno, Nicolo Barella obehuno, Afen Abrante friend Manuel Locatelli, Bibia Sesson bebo, Sandro Tonali, and Federico Di Marco, and so bedram, a wing back up, a bonkum so, Nanimuano, I come at the Amamo skin, and I fame Matteo Retagio, and so Hormano, a probable lineup at Toja, at Mama Italy, our game on Bosnia, and so about Besna coach, a running thing at a Sergi Barbares. Boss then I say okay say coach and say on your first go say Kim pack the bus in Kwa and on Italy everybody there. Now coach so the air 10 and say Wabeko with goalkeeper friend Nikola Vasilic. And also ebe goalkeeper Amin Gigovic, ebe Jina Chobi, Afa Branti and Dindi Nikola Katic, and some ebebo Tarek Muharimovic, one who saw Bobby, and I face Said Kolasinic, one who saw Benjamin Finfiano, Ebe Esmer Baktarevic, Afabrantan Ding, and so at Ivan Sosic, one who saw Babo, play and did Benjamin Tahirovic, Ebe Finfi, and I face Karim Albegovic, one who saw Bonani Muhano, Ako Ama good old Edin Jacko, and your brancha, your friend, Emeden Demirovic, and so Hormano ebe 4-4-2 formation at the Ama Italy wabra omni Bosnia game no and also toka yede and also enkomano at the Ama ewo eye Jumadi and so boss Ema yere fisa Namiya Dumwa eye Omaya ni tindi DR Congo and almost Jina Kono ewo Africa omni Jamaica and a airborne our intercontinental playoffs on 9 p.m. and a side game no and also ebe toja the other winning game ni biano and so our FIFA World Cup ni mansakra and a humachi a last game no and so atoja our intercontinental playoffs na and omaya ni dindi Iraq Womum and Bolivia, and so at the Abuani or Honma anymore. As a dear Congo, me a qualify head of Jamaica and Africa, ya Rapsono, and also at to me a cotton anymore a day, and also on some day mount, a year Jumadian so and you make perfect skin and body therapy. Yes, skin in kama, near your body in kama, at the account amount. Now, the attorney say, ye. Pimple, stretch marks, then so ben cocha, Eddie Fini Pedian and area near body slimming, stomach reduction, body enlargement, now the flat tummy, and so I can Kumasebo Shanabram Junction Accra, also Akwaje Park, Sit House, Dining Takrade, Ketan Junction episode Lodge Hotel, perfect skin and body therapy, Miayam Bobosi 0553 312 911 and a 027245 3535 PKB group of companies brand new car batteries brand new car tires so car no ebenante kama PKB and emma batteries any tires no de any ball from na air papa furniture e watafon kramo fasi ani hwe animo o for Chrome Neuro Junction and Crime Brigade e wonyina PKB 02 09170 030 and no MD and come record about me say crazy drone no onomu a eboa e pressure e flu su koko ebeko afa e infection bia that the free ni padu animo na boa ma e wo omo nsabuo no e ho ensem nyina male vitality general well-being record herbal mixture a crazy draw e ye ni nyina ho adwuma kama ura herbal shop chemical shop my Ghana mo ubenya droibi na wato 0244 470067 0244 470067 ene Kwajora Royal Enterprise enin komo but ema decoder na wanya matches ambobo so nyina bi na wahwe na ni nyina ne se ene matches awodo etodwa no ewo so nya bi hwe ni nyina se be ya nikapa Italy game yi eni no ewo ho pa Jamaica enso eni DR Congo game no eni wo Bolivia Iraq ni nyina ewo bash ni decoder no enso pro dey ye installation ya recharge e the account 33% and I ye e free recharge price and so e the ama report junction ship mu bash elho 0200 050848 0200 050848 and bash enkasa nyame ya domo a ya wada ya a Pillar of Zion Church International annual Passover Easter Convention no and a baso Barbara Sports Stadium Heroes Park and Jumadi no yeah ewo anopa session no 8:30 na nyumre bia so yehia 6 p.m. Ya wada ekopim fiada bra na yenyina yembom enche erade asem konkro ne hosra no eno na yegyina so enemu ache erade asem a oba onso hosra no ebi ebeba so na onso watumi enya nioma papa nyankopon edema ne ma enso ewo abrabom ntino yenhia ya wada ewo Barbara Sports Stadium na Easter Convention no yemfa enhyehyɛ so na bibia enso enye kama onum tie gyina no so na yede nkrofon kroso nsɛm no ede esi na boafo nsɛm so yede ni nyina aba na wieye na dwumadie no atoa so ede amamo live on Oyerepa 100.7 and for Oyerepa TV so ye live ewo ehon boss player etoa so ede amamo
Solo yedase se odi rank of phone cross a odi ni nyina aguo ede amaye amanfo so kire madwene na abrantie bi o say my name is Kingsley Yabo. I want Ruben Amorim also Amorim as Blasters coach. But for the obiso open no Amorim as Blasters coach. Afi mami hwe so okay. I see I'm calling track of his old town. I prefer Jose Mourinho. Hey, chama yeni seska no. Why? Emfa. Nana Boache Edifi London. I say I'm glad action has been taken over the Black Stars coach job. Black Stars are known for attacking football. The style of Chondice and some Allardyce is not our style. GFA should pick a nice coach, should pick the next coach wisely. I greet you all. Keep up with the good work. Nana Boache Edifi London and a day Abba. Nana na ye Juma or Tottenham Stadium ono. Okay. Ono and a day message we a day Abba. Good afternoon. We so ye one Fanidiama. Please, are we going to the World Cup to Otuado? So Otuado the whilst other countries like Brazil are coming with Carlo Ancelotti and France with Deschamps and others. Okay. One Fanidi Amma. Osi am Rafa from Akim of Wase. I prefer they appoint the current coach of Saudi Arabia on short term in order to prepare Ghana to the World Cup. Nese or refer to Renard Harvey or Saudi Arabia. Sakwaba says Stephen Appiah must be the head coach of Ghana. Now Stephen Appiah or coaching lines are between their coaching blasters there. We also say, I am Sir Maxi Konongo Ashiayem watching you live. I love your discussion. Keep it up. Okay, yes, yeah, that's say. Victorious Collins, a message in a fahim who said Baha, a favorite for the Anessa, Assam Nessi, na Obesa de Abba Bim, now when my mamma con and Tokwa. Okay, or saying. Now that the FA has come to terms with the masses that Otuado wouldn't help us, the FA must be forced to pay his compensation fee. They cannot deliberately cause financial loss to this country. And also a Victorious Collins and Ode Abba. Zakito akwaba bibia boko de. Okay, but for Yansha Blasters coaching sense say do Otuado ko one Zakito coach bay and enei for Blasters ye fana ufu se World Cup no obetimi aboye.
Me da se. Ebre bia ne de yeye. Sabre ya ye wo mu. World Cup no sene Ghana beko na yenkofa nu nguase mafie. Baby ehona na sisi yigina. Bra ekoye se wutu ado na Ghana fo bi mo esu frese ka ye hwene modern mo no a wanti me qualify for akon denka ye ma ne nsan na chi no na insema na dodo na aka ne se going to the higher stage esa wonya coach a ni mo mia but na efi no efo se omo ogidie ana omo ehu se omo ogidie woni mo enti esa se woto na dwuma so moving forward results are eba ball na ankasa na ye ebo no na uninspiring and in football a normal amount for hwe apart from say ball ato atenam na ebia obi ahu ani age say ya bobo ato ni opponent atenam apart from say abobo dey wie no team no na say country na was support no edin kunim therefore the German. There's also an element of the game. Whilst the game is ongoing, the entertainment aspect of it, a clear demonstration of skill set by individual players and so ya na ehun hia omo hwebo na saman for pa enti say for instance what for the speaker of parliament or say ball na Ghana and in Germany ball na enrano it is un-Ghanaian and yes Ghana for your boy ball we are not cowards ye mo ball na yakositi back na ase ye suro say ye biemu a oye ne beto yen but I'm sure speaker probably didn't watch the Austrian game because trying to be a little bit daring MI5 and if you try to be a little bit daring against Austria that's a man of 5 obviously you will not be too much daring against Germany that could be injurious and clearly Otuado omo na tina ho be pim se ene wa fe no moja na kwan no omo ha o man no pa ene se ye pe coach ode ye ko World Cup boss on konkoma nguase kase ento yen coach obema an inspiring performance coach at least ode the confidence in the Blasters by the Ghanaians no be saba back sa no me say we that coach must possess it the other aspect of discipline and we sa no mani nyina ha no say amayen sa no ma we no on the field of player for me it's much ado about nothing intermediate so disciplinarian say the ball e form say the ball den say den because in any way we will appoint a coach definitely we will need a coach out there beko but our coach this short time yi say be nya friendly match bi mo kra ba bi say be mienu bi a eno de ye de be ye polishing de akodo as say if a coach sa too much see any break akra oni players be training no say players no e share national colors no na say omo trot to the field na say omo ko ball na say omo ball no e be inspire e be offer some form of entertainment na the results so aka ho. That is the kind of coach omo the power to choose a coach no as I say omo do omo do because nkakra odona Ghana for award ma Black Stars no it is written away and somebody must be worried about or somebody must be concerned starting with the clubs no the love for our clubs started whittling away gradually. Ya ampe ho asema anka. The clubs themselves also ampe ho asema anka. Efa no money look like I say normal, I say normal, but I could do a point where when the clubs are playing football matches, attendance nipa wuhu no, and this say maybe a twem say na among forward do na omo prepare on could di ball nechi no. And na ye dey do nyina akoko share national team, particularly the Black Stars, because they compete at the international stage. And you want to take pride in the fact say be a Ghana share Germany, be a Ghana share Serbia, be a Ghana share we na weni age. And also so per the kind of performance and kakanga you sell out to Ghanaians, you know. That is also whittling away. And ya here bedroom maybe no. After the Blasters na mu crampo. Nkofo be jai HD. In fact, it is almost with us here because there are some certain matches I just say you get free gate crown sana yet menya full attendance. Enti boss say omu take decision na. Ya let's say enkoye coach obema emrante na bobola e di anigye na ahomeka ane odobema Ghana for asa atwa ben team ni biem. It's not only about results on results a key. In fact, it is the end product of the game. Say obobo na wi na wa share opponent and boy, you know. Of course that is it. But the reason why a million na one goal project no.
Yeah, 2010.
The reason why Milovan Rajvat though or the Ghana for koye but nidin and said that be an asamafo and nye bebre no send na oye too much defensive minya go back one I mean close to game no na me ye e barisana he doesn't offer entertainment and the Ghanaian game is about entertainment.
Yeah,
the Ghanaian game is about entertainment. And so we share about ni ye pa and then I mean empenifobi e din komo and I make a tell say omo pa omo hwe say kanenu and you I'm sure you were part of it, you enjoyed it, probably you took part of it. 87 88 89 90 hono 91 mu no sa ball pa no fiche ball na bobo Saturday ball pa say ukoko gina asem park and I say bia bantma jom and I say tafo and I say swami and
Kumasi de ne board bro Ahmedia Abyss Park
yes Abyss Park so ukoko gina sa amia no bia ho na wo ko ba bi na say wan hwe yi a when by the time when ba ho so no na ba bia wo ko no was spending with day now ho no because even those games were giving the Ghanaian an entertainment. You watch raw skill set, clear demonstration of natural talent, natural skill set. Who say even a midfielder, even a defender, ball no on passing straight away just like that. Obe chigbi, the way obe caress the ball, no, the way obe hold the ball, no. Sometimes you watch the ball and you are watching football and you even get orgasm. And then you start a ball na you see a kwaku pegu ashe. And you eliminating all those things out of our game. And so it doesn't offer that excitement, that love, that entertainment anymore. Acquire resource oriented. Na sad part no, sad pattern no, sad kind of game no. I'm often in bossing ye, who academy in asking ye. So we cannot match them. But you can't know. And Obia, as I make Obia or share the Starlets of 89. Almost Scotland, you know. Obi heard the Starlets of 91, 93, and 95 no more. So Starlets now, any friend saying under 20 no more call Australia no more. Any you call Barcelona 92 no. Now we share Senegal 92 no Black Stars no. Now we share Sabo na na yebo na. We were playing that what we call the agro football. Total football, complete football of possessive football that ball on your man and no anybody didn't come up. A cassa diagram to me say, oh, her ball now when you're star be the passable, star be the control ball, star be the dribble or be no. Send ya bet me, I draw rings around your opponent ansana ya koshe goal no kra no it brings excitement.
Okay.
And then ya turning nyina to agu and we want to adopt one from the foreign land. Yes, so yentimi no omo nya because omo no master no dada. Omo no they start training them with that kind of technicalities no right from birth. Was starting so about now no a technicalities not the enemy. And we are more technical, we are more tactical. A day betimi dia mo yeah nanke betimi di omo. And they say yeah the ball no you be know how to keep the ball and let them chase after the ball and get show omo. Okay. And the boss say per se ye game no yetimi ma at least the Ghanaian in us no eda ne ho dia coach no onye obi a obema nkofo kwado abon no say at a given time bia blasters bobo bia no konko promo say omokoko bia identity because they offer them entertainment. May I say Pepos Platini Edif Fantinu Town say I prefer a local coach who can stand on his authority, an offensive coach, not defensive coach. Platini and the day way aban. We also say a lot of Ghanaians are yearning for a good manager for the team. But in my opinion, so far as Ket and his gurus are still at post, Emfa, what we need as a country is total overhauling so that we can start from the scratch. Else, no manager can survive under this leadership. We akora kwakuba for edifri Breman ahimfo ena ode message we ede aba. Mame enhwe we susue utumfo na justice yentra onyema 5,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, we also see I'm watching you live from Accra, New Fadama Afro Pops Hair Clinic Barbering Salon. There is no coach who can help Ghana in this World Cup. There's a me for coach Enkobo World Cup na sa ena o pachre. Good afternoon. I'm Kevin from Ashoman Estate. I prefer they appoint Walid Regragui for the World Cup and see how he performs for us. Strong-headed and tactically astute, he can take us to the promised land. And no, Kevin, also dear, our dear free Ashoman at the Abanano. Richman at the free Hamburg, Germany, or saying, I always say Ket Okreku is our biggest problem in Ghana football. DJ Richman inside Hamburg. And also a message we a day Abba Al Hassan Said Kofi Zakito Maminti way. Mamifa we knew him Kennedy and Nim Ofosuhine. Ghana should not make any mistake to bring back Coach Kwesi Appiah. He's not a better option for the job. And no, Kennedy and Nim as the other Abba and no. Shayuba Tahiru or Sijibo Kande Iyoko call for the FA president to cross-check for his contract terms on Blasters coaching and how they spend government money. And no, I need your day abandon. Okay, Zakito Susuna Kobe Q say, "Usu tuado born a friend haram football." Okay, all right, yate. That's it. Young quite say, "Di beba." Renat have Nidia Bem, Coach Kwesi Appiah Dia Bem. Walid Regragui Morocco former coach in Dia Bem Tie Buzo aye boboko. Coach Ben Afu say with few months to the World Cup no Zach type of coach Ben Afu see here.
Jibo baby I didn't there me know how to even where to start from. We are say what what's the first April? April, May, and the World Cup starts in June. So what it means is me check if you words no date your first match say me 27 20 something. I think the next game, you know, just in May, ending of May, about our next official game. What it means in Jibo, as soon as possible, we should be appointing the next coach of the Blasters. Send obetimi enya enough time, not enough time in per se, but obetimi enya the benefit of getting to watch the players, that season, the matches now are mobile and the season, by the time they are watching more. Dijibo, it's very important we do not make that mistake once again in getting who leads the Black Stars next. Now, Dijibo, I was just on Twitter and a very reliable source confirming your friend that journalist oko Twitter Ahmad on Twitter of free Saudi Arabia and our report say but me kind no Sunday on wa a Troy no Jibu Sunday Baya will get it clear. Say Habrine has been fired. Tonight's match between Saudi Arabia and Serbia at 6 p.m. will be his last on the bench. And this is a credible source from Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Reporting
in the match in the last game.
The last game.
Okay.
For Saudi Arabia, which Obowi no.
Nanyen.
I say Otu de we are not packing him na Okoni baby. So Havrene will be unemployed after Omone Serbia match no Omobowi. That is the first point. Talk about Walid Drekago of Morocco. The last time, okay, I call World Cup last time. No, he was showed Moses with the highest coaches and no more World Cup and more. Nana Kitano was Ropa.
Yeah.
Nakutano was Ropa. And Chesa, you say if Ghana wants him, he will come and be demanding such money because only himself Ghana and Morocco nyepe. Yes, and nyepe. So in terms of if he wants a job, he knows that Ghana cannot match what he was taking.
Yeah, the 50 na.
Yeah, the number na.
Utuado $50,000. They say Musumi bia or the little over old Ghana cedi no. 5 billion. Little over 500,000 Ghana cedis.
Oma to 50 years. I say oko for wale dia. Ebe 50.
Yeah, man say.
I say untimi come o to 50 come wale 50. And then you be pushed to add something to the 50. No dia mano. We are not seeing China. To talk about a former Mali coach, this Tom Senfit. Uncle Fosso Ebony Dean said, "You shade my or Gambia. Any Yama continent, and he understands that African continent in Ka. Tom should be given the chance to coach the Black Stars. Memaka, if I'm advisor, some of the names that's going around of Kusiapia, me and the Busiania, Kamia, my friend, I say, Papa, baby, I want the environment that you are is very conducive for you. Enjoy that environment because today you are highly respected and celebrated in Sudan. But truth is that the fact that he has been successful there and it doesn't and just automatically he comes here and becomes successful. Today, the owners are in Sudan and the kid will be a big achievement to them because they are not playing any football.
Yeah.
And then at the they see it as big in Sudan, but the narrative is different at the Black Stars. 2, the environment NBB is so good for him, and baby and the Black Stars say, no, we have gone past bringing Kokosiapia, not because on you're a good coach, but everything around the Black Stars, the environment. Which he comes in and he comes to struggle because the system is not going to welcome him as a Black Stars head coach. Jibo, I never acquire. Yeah, Milimpa, yes, Obianco Cheke, you quote 2014, Germany match. 2014, it wasn't a very strong Black Stars team. One said, nay, 14 was the time now. It's our generation, no. Yeah. Na better we So Jibo, it wasn't a strong Blasters team. But Adeba Jibo Ghana, Yen Lakeda, and the courage to play against any team. Not necessarily using big names.
Mm-hmm.
But Adeba quite aware when he said because of your entity and how this year football is it here no. Jibo Okofa, oh yeah, wah. Yeah, dear, no, yeah, the kitty. But on no double because born he's trained to play football on the born pass it. And you know, and I'm out from 2006 2014. Need me about football because that ball na yet kutano. So we are able to show more to them, even though in terms of quality play to play, maybe but need me no more because of our training. But today, where is it? Now only the ama some year or some when we even brought Serbians who have defensive mindset, we didn't play defensive football. People talk about one good project, but go and want that one good project or no. It was proper attacking football. The only thing is that yes, so we are and the ultimate, but proper attacking football because of some materials that never won. Nabilo and Djokovic cannot go and play defensive football. Then you see, yes, we've gone past Matramakwe, we've gone past Sobulu, so we are entering into a new era of freedom. Nothing to play this kind of haram football. No, this is not our identity. It's in the first place. The FA president and in ESCO have failed totally in terms of getting us a coach who represents our identity and coach the Blasters. And although they failed. Now moving on. I don't agree. In terms of player, we don't need players we are successful because we've never been that kind of team in recent years. From 2006 now, you call World Cup and boy home day playing with Germany. No, we are not having a Ronaldo and Messi in our team, but it was a proper coach team. Now, Jibo said, in squad here, and we don't have big names. But players, no, any teams now about African continent, don't wanna no in terms of the league they are playing. Any baby on free bar. What has changed? They are changing it. Some countries, or more coach, new coach. That is the difference. At this stage, they here, I a coach. I'll be able to get the best out of these players and go and compete well. And see, Jibo, it depends on me. It's very important. Now at this stage,
but see, per resource there, we need to spend.
I agree. We need to spend. But at this stage, and so we can't make yet try and lock so whatever we are bringing should also
be our track record, especially at the World Cup.
Yes. It's also the African game, I say. But one, he has a track record at the World Cup, and also a track record in understanding the African game. Tom, he passed the mark in terms of maybe our free experience, all that he has achieved. Javi Rene, many believe that or call or try Europe now, but what share? Yeah, the French women national team man. Across Saudi Arabia, he's struggling. People argue about the quality of the Saudi players, but what about the French women's national team? Because national teams now, we are seeing one of the best the French national women's team because they have the best quality in terms of the PR. But of course, he struggle with them. So many believe that maybe I say he's at the declining stage. That is Javi Rene. But the experience on the continent cannot be underestimated.
Okay.
So, and I don't forget the last said the last talk about Odoman
Saudi never.
or this yes and over and buy eti baby a jina no and baby a ye kwen no ji o me feel say we should be proactive.
Say the kind of way we now crave from you.
No, me feel say baby o nam no ne recent ni coaching now yeah recently no. And call years are so if we mean business send the Ghana buy best over 7 million. I just support us in America and Canada.
And
Mexico. We are why a budget of 30 million for team also.
See Timmy Coco do final
30 million. If you look at the amount of money the government of Ghana is going to spend, Jibo, if Oma more money and bring for coach Papa, the more experience of that. Open one government or the experience of a free work up over. No problem this current party in government. So they know the consequences of spending this amount of money. Yako work up na anko ye. Until you be say one late. He's available. Go with the money. Say Ghana which you have 50
$50,000.
$50,000 a month. Edema obi onko team biada. If we had that money, $50,000 for Otoado, onko chi obi ada. Then we should be having around $100,000.
Is Zakito related to Coca? I mean the MPP sympathizer. The head is exactly the same. Just a harmless question. Adriana Bassint or say from Belgium, you know this message we buy. But says Zakito ni Coca Adriana Omonse. Akwasia Pia open please listen to Zach and stay away from this Ghana job. We love you and Ponce J and Edwi Abba. Unia Manchester Niba ko Nana Ntafwa Hene Baladi. Zakito, please, it's no more Twitter, but now S. Be updated, Alaji Mayu. But Twitter na jini still
be free another day na check
so but mamintio na meresi de ni be kire UK ne quarantine Ghanaian coach ono so ekura UEFA license B o say opeso na no etu coaching sense mamintio na fe wi a ya hwese ebetimi no so adi nkoma
to adon kwane pamo no
for now there ono na ye hine free ho
enti se omo mbeka no as assistant omo enti mi nya adwuma de se pamo mina
ebedi
difference woman he was working for the entire football structure as a technical director. They're in charge of the technical directorate of the FA. But he need a technical advisor for the Black Stars coach when Akwesi Appiah was there. Milo only a technical advisor, mano. Ni ubiana. Ne bini ho. Chris Utin by ya nyebia mano. E otwa no nko na anytime 2 times no abenya no. They've been a technical advisor for the Black Stars coach, not for the football as a Bernard Lepet. So about no GFA technical director. Tamana Bernard Lepet GFA technical director. Utuado by or the Ghana Elkobo World Cup. You for Chris Utin as a technical advisor to the Black Stars coach. Difference, no. So for the past 20 years, Tibo, the MMA Kaino. All permanent Black Stars coaches, any technical advisor, a technical advisor solely for the Black Stars coach will be any apart from Otuado first coming and second coming. So if CSU Otuado Nkwa, that structure should be dismantled because Sika Kone Yaman technical advisor, Milo Yaman technical advisor, Kwesi Appiah 2 times Obenya no need technical advisor, Abraham Grant no need technical advisor. Even Maswa Kuredu, Abraham Grant Quine, the Kwesi Appiah Quine, Casa Maswa Kuredu, and Fiambo Afcon qualifies to a man technical advisor. In the Black Stars technical advisor, not worry. If these people cannot fill the shoes at this point, after being close to Otuado for more than 6 months. No mun timi nya adwuma ne dia. Ni e kwa kofa coach fu fraba na mo to yere. Ase aya ade ni so Otuado nko a. Wo mo ti woni nyina ma bon. Omo mo ti woni nyina they are not competent enough. John Pencil Bakui Kim last yemfa ne mesin connect Black Queens. If they cannot step in, if any of them among the list is not competent enough to step in, yempa mu bia. Then this often now the obeba no ombra mbehye because the oba no unless you kophobia be shem say on fire mesin kobo World Cup on ebi e man be 4 months contract bi say fa be mesin kobo World Cup dia. And then you can decide so oba be on a temporary basis in the ni be shem. But if you ever be for coach, near man 2-year contract minimum, that structure cannot be there. So I'm a bit surprised as Obian cancer structure no was a man. Ye near breaka other ones because assistant coaches near conform mobile. Otuado, according to Henry Asantichum, Otuado and a bar hobe catch almost say World Cup near con opeso beef up the technical team. So some of the names there, I conform be mufu from Jibo, Buame, Derek Bones Mones, I have one be shame. So women are first one. As I later. Ya didn't pa 4 be back on. Sa 4 ni na Otuadwa. Oh, who ni weakness. Ah, was young Fanny Pembe no more fixing weakness. Into Otuado no kwa. What contribution would they offer to the new coach over? New ones then come with way old ones. Tibo. What would they offer to the new coach no man? And to unless say bia akwesi apia die. Ye kwesere no Sudan. Ebi asa na ekoye Sudan for mo World Cup. Ebi animani ya mu ni competition bi amobo. Nti esere mo fa akwesi apia mfam yen. Na on be lead the national team for World Cup after World Cup no. Ye be hwe ho nkomo adia. Then you can decide say okay for the issue of consistency and continuity, you know. We montra ho. Okay. But if you are getting a new coach, out in the backroom staff over, we mu nyina na say ochene ye de omeletem mo mu nyina no moko. Omo nyina so moko. Because some of the names was not even necessary. Ghana force you to add on yadi. And if you see a bemo to add wako. And you to add baby, I will see to no. Catch any penny pambe when you cost say deal way by. One no Jose de Martinez, the Alonso, the Afonso. Over is why the assistant there. Assistant coach and video analyst. The other no can use any video analyst. Okay. Oh, better have us over no ni bi na ye de na ye wona. Oba woni bi saying. E bi kra Coach Papa Ben at this point. At this point fit enough to lead the Blasters. Also only video analyst. Pa kwesi there. Dwight. And Dwayne Pa kwesi. Piasa. Performance coach. Oyerepa. You. I say, we feel that decisions here take here 2 matches. Zakito, you come back to Papas. Where will you come home? Who for a chef and what come home? One of the governments of France. You're a German. Oh, I'm a man in Kao. Or a Deutsch. Oh, man in Kao. Your experience. Oh, better. Experience on the year, then boy to Ado. Who for a chef and you know Hana Ghana, Kobo, Japan, no. Or Hana Ghana, Kobo, Korea. Or Hana Ghana, Kobo, German, Ghana, Kobo, Austria. And your foot to Papa Bay, and or Diamao to Adwa. Ghana 4 matches. If it's all about a winning match, we share with you. Yibu, you take your time for a chef and buy a Ghana winning match today. Why? For a chef. No wonder why they. Oh no, dear, why? No, come on. Otuado is the head of the technical team, accepted. But there are branches. So, Jibo, from where I sit, I'm a bit surprised to say, as you Otuado, and you say, decision be a course to be a Otuado. If we are telling ourselves that technically, you're bankrupt, and we are calling for fixing, we must first clear the room. Okay. We must clear, or else somebody from this squad is competent enough to lead, then we will make a case for Momakano.
Okay.
I said that in times, sir. Your Palmer head coach, I'm assistant coach, I take you over here, Jumani Pen.
Esibibri.
I said Chelsea, but Champions League, AV because be my two assistant here. When Madrid, Benitez, Quine, Zidane, Etoile, so here. Even time a Pep Guardiola, free Barcelona. Send assistant, Tito Villanova, on the air, Jumano. So unless they are telling us one of these assistants.
Now, Blaster first assistant, why? No, no, what coach of France, man? Okay.
So unless they are telling us that from where they sit, Otto is the.
But so no, ni CBH to ado. Ni CBH to ado.
Yes, remember the end of mechanic.
DM Famano.
Menkasi Famano. If you are conformia ba, na ebe 2-year contract. On say be a kwesi apia di, be a buy be free. Normally Sudan abaya kasa se o. Kwesi not to oni me born no. You see a pamu be here obi so mbejinem. Nti dey akwesi kobo work up. Obi obesa ama. If that is the case, fine. Then you can work with these people.
Oh, but mamenko UKCC na me ne Kofi Kranten. Or your coach Kofi Kranten 12 years and who do UEFA license B. Why assistant coach Eddie Ama Osbridge FC. And now for your promo 2 no as manager the ma reserves no. Egnam Town FC first team manager. Kofi Obia se Ghana football na need actually pa mekaise na nsen. Say yeah pesi ehye enyoma yi kura no your opportunity Asia the technical directorate of the FA edin se bibi na atudwa. Kofi utie manyume ya memwadwo se bibia bokọ de.
Oh, me da se menya nyame adom bibia ye bokọ na mo so e.
Oh nyame ada mate na mete won ka che se enyoma ekoso kama de.
Nyame adom bibia ye bokọ ye kasa ya champa.
Yeah. Kofi enyume de blaster coach nsensem ne edi hu nkomo ye bre ne kọ de. Opese odo anu tum. Se otuado de ye kana asema ye wie because ye de ya okọ ontimi mabiem. Ye kọ yanim no based on your experience as a coach and what follow the Black Stars no. Coach Ben Alfu say obeboye at the 2026 World Cup in United States of America, Canada and Mexico.
Yo, me da se pa metia etifo nyina metia obia na modin komo kakra metie bi komo nso e pen say kama na in terms of ye koye nim no emi do I was say ye koye chi kakra ansa na yeti makoye nim question I was say ebisa ye ho as a nation say what exactly are we looking to achieve as a country and timelines I remember say 6 years ago just after COVID, me call and I listed some problems. The challenges I first said as a country, we need to look at going forward. Nissan etwaso SND emails ekoma GFA. Now most of the challenges, Black Star will be not only Black Star under 17, under 20. Personally, my year research about African football World Cup winners, AFCON over the last 16 years, I shared some of the data with them 6 years ago, and I told them that the problems we are going to have if we continue with this pattern, they will keep mounting. Now, the next coach, and just and I mind there is a many abre say near man me can 6 years ago but based on the research I made here and in terms of tactical research and technical progression of talent within the African sub-region, especially Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, looking at that, in terms of the physiology we have and the export talent we send to Europe, what we are able to do. Ede Bano, in the coach now, I see a fan article, we send a copy. The coach must reflect all these values. If the coach doesn't, sorry for using the language coach, Black Stars does not need a coach. We need a manager. Under 17, under 20, under 23 needs a coach because a coach focuses on the technical development. A manager has the tactical supremacy with great understanding of technical competence. Because at the Black Star level, you are dealing with elite players. players who have traveled beyond the technical requirements of the juvenile level. Now, the last 6-7 coaches are firing, and they are all leaders for the national team. They are coaches. They are not managers. They are very, very good coaches. But we are putting them in a place to do a job that a manager is required. And that is the problem. Now, GFA will be forced, based on the momentum and the World Cup and they will be forced to go back again to repeat the same mistake. And it is going to be a massive problem. I said our first secondary school teacher, say on lecture at university. We're being onimadia there, but lecturing, you are speaking to advanced students. That is the same way it happens with the national team. Because you are dealing with talent. Majority of them to the peak of their technical competence. You are not going to teach them how to pass. And you are going to teach them how to cross the ball. They know everything. What you are going to do in terms of as a manager is to show them tactical direction, what to do with the ability they have in. And if we repeat this same mistake, personally, I have written to GFA 3-4 years ago, say I want to make a presentation. Now, to be able for them to understand, because without research, Chairman, we are all wasting our time selecting the next Black Star coach. Because you say Black Stars, a unique problem with Ghana, a Minka problem, a challenge. It is political, it is economic, it is part of the football religion, the media, everybody. So you need to satisfy every single fan base, and that is what I call the tactical reflection of the social realities affecting the game. If we don't do this, Brazil is having the same problem. That is why they've not won in a long time and they are not playing well. Okay. Until we resolve this, striker, I think say idea GFA and also because we have research backing our work, a bit more direction as to how to go.
Okay, so at this stage, based on our suggestions, few coaches' names Abontain, Obi to say Renan Harvey, CCA confirmed say Saudi in a party ways. Former head coach at the Moroccan national team, Walid Regragui. And based on areas here, Watachi, Omumi Robia fit into the type of coach Awufu says should be appointed as Black Stars coach.
May I say, football, no, sometimes it is a lot of. Ubetime to number be not home. At other times, no betine at 12 baby. That is when you go into a game open. But a nation like Ghana, we need to go into games with expectation. And these expectations, it fits in terms of the player profile, and then the managers' tactical norms, and then understanding of the social and cultural makeup of the national team. This is not club football. Club football, you bring different nationalities, you create an identity for them. But when you are dealing with national team, you are talking of, a right-wing concept, something that is deeper than the professional base. And these coaches, these are very, very accomplished, very good coaches. But would they be able to understand, say, the Ghana national team, it goes beyond that. Now, we come about tactical reflection with the realities, and say, there are some tactics Untimi and you Ghana players and when Ghana fans are available. You don't go to Barcelona, however good a coach you are, say Barcelona go something different to what the fan base is used to. It will never happen. They will never allow you. They will kick you out. Now, Ghana is a unique challenger based on my research of 16 years. After 2010 World Cup, until we have a coach or Betty Sanyamaning in Arsenal, there will be a grand expectation going to any tournament. Answer our next question about. You're caught into games. We are now looking for ways to win the game as the game is going on. And that is what has been happening, because that is what coaches do. But as a manager, when you go into games, you have a pattern and a plan to win the game. And you have plan A, plan B, plan whatever. If this doesn't work, you adapt. But when you go through game, that is why we are struggling, despite having promising and experienced players in the game. Very good coaches, but in terms of the suitability to understanding our cultural and tactical evolution, do they have it? Do they have it? That's the question.
Until Ubu said these two are Mudi Ajibebiano. Based on the type of coach, who can fit into it.
Well, they can fit into one aspect, but absolutely no way say fit into the comprehensive picture. No way.
Okay.
Technically, they will know how to put a training session, but in terms of fit into the whole picture, absolutely no chance.
In the picture, yeah, who can once me. When your opportunity, Asia, maybe the sports minister, the GFE president. Yes, I will analyze the whole situation. One analyze the situation. Is there any coach around? I mean, say we coach yana mumpesa anyo mano, but oya gana ni aye do sa stage we there. Ni unim there, awo ewo coach muno. Is there any coach around that obeti ya boni din? I suggested yama Ghana say situation ye womu say no one sema okano. Yemfa sa coach wono ne de ko work up obeboaye.
Welcome for this very difficult question. Now, in terms of is there any coach? Firstly, no, Minik Ghana coach Bakuna Yejuma, that's former coach Karim Zito. Minina Yejuma, he didn't come up for so many years. Minister Yejuma was Eastern Regional Football Association. We trained about 100 and different coaches in, how to coach players and all that for about a week. Now, is one person me who say in terms of the understanding of the local game and African game, is unparalleled. I've spoken with one or two coaches briefly, but on I mean anything come in the game, and I mean where my specializing me when yes, Ghana, young bobo and richly, young bobos, yabo muchendika krebina, yababu chebe football. But in terms of me European experience and following way, very intense. So one of the things I'm catching GFN is you need a coach who understands Ghana's cultural essence in the game, has deeper understanding of the European game, and has also got a deeper understanding of the diasporan Ghanaian culture in Europe. Because you say, we are using local players, we are using players and then most of our players, are either playing in Europe or are desiring to go to Europe. So to coach the national team of Ghana, the coach must have this comprehensive knowledge. Where say the football coach and I say, because it's a Ghana football national team especially, a very strong, whether we like it or not, it is political. The government in power is very much interested in scoring political points. Now you need to satisfy the government in power as a coach. You need to satisfy the fan base. So in all this, based on my research, many Karim it didn't come out so many times. And then you see, we agreed that this time, we are going to put our names forward. Because the
only coach Karim Zito.
Yes, many coach Karim Zito.
What do you do for Blasters job?
Yes, we are putting our names forward.
Now, World Cup,